best to do man's worst. We have seen enough fire. Niger has. So it's not asking for too much if we work together. And this is the time. Yes. All right, now to our next story. Very interesting. You know, former President Olusegun Obasanjo had asserted that Nigerian refineries could never be revived. So when the news broke about the former commander-in-chief and the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL, trading words over the resumption of operations at the Warri and some other government-owned refineries, we were not surprised. Coming in the wake of the Port Harcourt facility's resumption of production, the NNPCL has invited the former president to visit its rehabilitated refineries to see things for himself. For one, the visit would not only disabuse the retired leader's mind concerning the rehabilitation of the facilities, but also justify the $2 billion expended so far. Seeing is believing, Asokwa.
Exactly, exactly. You know, former President Obasanjo is someone who never wants any other leader, you know, to outclass him,
to take credit,
you know, to outclass him, because, and also to outshine him. You understand? So when we heard that he was, you know, this is an attack on what has happened to the refineries, which during his time, billions of dollars were, you know, expended on turnaround maintenance, and nothing was turned around, only the pockets of some few. You know, you should just imagine that something like this would come up. I'm very sure many Nigerians were actually waiting for a statement on these refineries. And rather than give credit to someone who, because of his the political will he has, you know, exerted in making sure that these refineries that have been there, comatose for many years, you know, giving credit to the person, is coming out to come and, you know, castigate the person. You know, so, but just like the NNPC has said, we want him to go there.
Yeah.
Thank God he was Minister of Petroleum for some time before we had others, you know. Let him go there. He has a little knowledge about what happens in the refineries. He should go there. Maybe the NNPC did not do X, Y, Z. He should go there, check. Oh, they didn't do this. Oh, they have not done this. That is what we want him to do. As a former president, as a former leader, Nigerians want leaders who will call elder statement for who they are.
Yeah.
And not just elder statement, any small thing you want to criticize. Thank God he didn't write a long epistle that he used to do. You know?
He's tired of it.
Maybe he's tired.
Or his pen, the ink in his pen.
Maybe has dried up.
Who knows?
You know? So, but for this, we have to give credit to this administration.
No. The present president is taking risks. You know,
you don't.
Maybe he's going the extra mile.
Citizen,
you know,
the things that are around the refineries and the oil sector is not something that anybody can say. But this man is taking the bull by the horns. To see that if this is the problem, let's fix it.
That
no
is
matter
salutary.
what it will cost.
That is salutary, if you ask me.
You understand? So if somebody has the political will, has the mind for him to make sure that the refineries are working, we have to give
and when
credit
you
to
hear
him.
the Kaduna refinery and the second Port Harcourt refinery are
going, they are rehabilitating it.
Because these are
I
times
don't know.
that will try men's souls.
Yes. You know, Asuko was right on the money when he said former President Obasanjo doesn't want anyone to outshine him. He was president for 8 years, during which the refineries didn't work.
It didn't work.
He got so tired of them and decided that he was going to sell them. It was Yaradua that reversed the transaction. He had decided that let's just sell
it.
Listen, now we have a situation in which refineries that you gave up on, refineries that you spent so much money on, spent so much money doing turnaround, maintenance.
In dollars, though.
Yes, of course. You know, virtually everything about the oil sector is denominated in dollars. You know, even the pricing of crude oil and even refined petrol is denominated in dollars. So he didn't achieve anything by way of turning those refineries around. He got so frustrated, he then decided that, okay, let us just sell these things. If he had 6 months more in office, those refineries will have sold.
That's it.
Now, many Nigerians gave up, and they felt, look, why don't we just cannibalize these refineries, sell them and all that? Well, we have a president who believed that, look, we can revive these refineries.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what we've seen. So if
a president who seems to know what we never had the advantage of knowing.
No, it's not like we didn't know
what the problem was. Yeah.
It is the political will. The political will. And the desire to not let things continue the way they had always been done. Because look, do you know how much we have sunk into those refineries and we achieved nothing? There was a year that Kaduna Refinery produced only 50 million liters, which is not even up to our
daily consumption
requirement for 1 day.
Yeah.
And some of the people in the oil sector are amongst the highest paid. You pay hefty salaries to people doing nothing. Let's face it. Now, if you will not give this person credit for what he has done, you must love your country sufficiently to admit that, look, we're on the right path.
Exactly.
In the area of oil production, oil exploration, and crude oil refining. Petroleum products.
Might I drop this here? That to me, Asoko, it would appear that revisionists would rather we kept importing, so they will.
Every government since Abacha felt that it was convenient to simply import. Every government, because look, and people will make money. They'll make a lot of money, falsifying our consumption
figures
and all that.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's more convenient and less time consuming as fixing the refineries.
Yeah.
Now they've told us all kinds of things. There was a misguided community leader who shot a video in which he was saying that, look, the refinery is not working. That they are using old stock. That they are dispensing old stock because
somebody that has no knowledge.
He didn't get into that. He didn't know that the two refineries in Port Harcourt actually share assets.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, because refined, petrol was not being dispensed from the
new one,
the new refinery, and
we
all know that they actually fixed the old one first.
Yeah.
It felt that it must have been something that they kept there. Now they've taken people there. They've taken the NLC president there. They've taken the TUC president there.
Yeah.
Pengerson.
The big idea is to disabuse their
show
minds.
people.
Yeah.
You move around and see, okay, this is what is being done. They were going to take Femi Falana. Femi Falana later said, no, I'm busy, I'm doing some things. He didn't go. But there have been other Nigerians who have gone to see.
Yes.
And they came out to say, this refinery in Port Harcourt is working.
Yeah.
Now, I know that some people sit on TV. They are irredeemably committed to bringing down their country. So they are the ones who will say, no, and there is one unit. Somebody was talking about, I said, what do you know about the oil sector? That you are saying this unit, unless this unit is fixed. Where did you hear that from? You pick your stuff from social media. And then magnify.
You run with it.
You magnify the ignorance peddling for the world to see. So President Obasanjo needs to accept that invitation.
Yeah.
Accept the invitation as a man of honor. The GCO of NNPCL, as a former president, will lead you around. He will show you.
Yes.
And you can see for yourself. As a man who was once Minister of Petroleum during the period that NNPC accounts were not audited.
Exactly.
They will show you. You will see what is being done. From there, they can then take, I'll be happy if they take him to Port Harcourt.
Yeah.
Go and see what is happening in Port Harcourt. From Port Harcourt, they should then take him to Kaduna. He will see what is being done to prepare the Kaduna refinery for his own resumption. In fact, someone told me that beyond the issue of pipelines that have been breached, that Kaduna refinery is even easier to fix than these other ones.
Interestingly.
Yes.
Very interesting.
So let him honor their
invitation.
Because you gave the impression that it is not possible.
Yeah, exactly.
The fact that you failed to do it, you failed in your bid to do it, and wanted to sell them as if they were scraps, does not mean that someone else
cannot do
succeed. Exactly. And it's that thought that if you do not succeed at something, no one else can succeed.
All right, gentlemen, we must go on a break now, but not before reminding the grand old Chief Olusegun Obasanjo that every cock must crow. It's natural. We'll take this break and return. Please stay with us. Thank you. Okay, folks, thank you for still being there. Our story is the one you would have known, familiar with. The NNPCL has invited former President Olusegun Obasanjo to come visit the refineries both at Warri. The refineries both at Port Harcourt and Warri, see things for himself.
Yeah.
The idea is to disabuse his mind. You know.
Yes, it's very important.
Become an opinion holder, you know, and perhaps after seeing things for himself, he can then generate a letter that Nigerians will chew on. The truth is, what I want to see: increased output.
Okay.
We are seeing that already because we are not doing 1.85 million barrels a day, including condensates.
Okay.
Because before people say GD light, when you include condensate, 1.85. That is way bigger than what the government inherited. It's up to you if you don't want to give him credit, but it doesn't stop him from doing what he thinks is right. And at the end of the day, we are earning more from gas. Everyone knows, everyone in the conversant with that business knows that the margins for the refinery business is very small. These are small margins. It is in the upstream that people are making a lot of money.
Tons of money.
NNPC's business, the bulk of their money comes from the upstream. You know? So it's not from the refinery business, people make a lot of noise. And the former president was talking about Shell. How many refineries are Shell managing, even in their own country? You see a big company like Chevron. Out of the more than 100 refineries in America, Chevron has only one. What companies do is they allow private individuals to help them run those refineries because the margin is small. Yet it's time consuming. So I'm happy with the progress we're making.
The former president even said that he asked Shell to come on board, help. Shell said, no, it cannot do it. That it is not profitable.
That is why you had me when I said, how many refineries have they managing their own country?
Is it not the same Shell that we are having issues with? Is it not the same?
It's the same Shell that we're talking about. And I said, even Chevron, how many of America, as big as Chevron is, Chevron is a leader in that sector. How many of the more than 100 refineries in America is run by Chevron? People can do their things.
Yes, exactly.
So it is not a matter, Shell, come and do this. This is not a matter, Dangote, come and run. What is on ground now? It is a better story than what was there. We cannot.
That is
and by extension of logic, BKO, if we refine at home, there will be a lessening of tension. It would affect
It will earn even more
foreign
yeah, for
because
us.
a lot of them, look.
And the national currency will pick up.
Yes,
Yes.
because you earn more. We need to become a net exporter of refined products.
Yeah.
Other countries,
As we
don't
used
know
to.
how much money Saudi Arabia is making
Yeah.
simply selling
Refined
petroleum products
Yeah.
to countries around the world. When the Dangote start, it already has clients.
Yeah, exactly.
People are there, they are waiting.
Yeah.
NNPC too will sell to clients outside of Nigeria. The same way that Saudi Arabia buys crude oil from Nigeria, despite the fact that they have a lot.
Yeah.
So this is the, people are focused on energy security.
Okay.
However they want to achieve it, even though the margins are small for the refinery business, they will try to achieve it. We are happy. Nigeria is in a good place because look at the refineries coming up.
Even the modular refineries.
From Akwa Ibom State.
Yeah.
Your
Yes,
state.
Yeah, Bua.
Bua is going
Yeah.
going to complete his own refinery next year. I mean, this year. With a 200,000 barrels
Per day.
per day capacity.
Wow. That's
In
massive.
It's
It's
Ibuno
massive. It's massive.
of the Atlantic.
Okay.
That's massive. Dangote has 650,000 barrels a day.
Yeah.
NNPC has a combined capacity now of more than 400,000
100,000.
per
Yeah.
day if they finish all of these things. So we
We'll
will be exporting.
We'll be in a better place.
Because we will be producing more than the local market needs.
Exactly.
And
So we'll be
Asukwa,
exporting.
I'm sure Asukwa knows that on a barrel of crude oil, we have 42 products,
clouds
byproducts.
coming out from it.
Yeah,
Coming out from
yeah.
it. So we
So
are
we'll
are
be in a better place.
more than better. So and that is why we are looking for people, statesmen who are real statesmen.
That's it.
Okay.
This is the time.
This is the time. If somebody is doing something right, we should be able to encourage him to
Not
do
people
better.
playing to the
You know?
gallery.
We
When
don't
you
need
say
that.
all hands on deck, it doesn't take anything away from an elder statesman if he sees red.
To say yes, we are making
yes,
we are
progress.
making progress.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we
It
are
doesn't
making
take
Everything in
anything.
Nigeria is
You know,
politicized.
you're-
If you do not like somebody, that person cannot do
Oh
it.
yeah.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
If you will see what he has done, you will still be deceiving yourself that he has not achieved anything. That's why I look at some of them who are saying we have not achieved anything. Even in the area of security, I know the progress that we have made. Some of the people making these comments, what do they know about security in Nigeria? Do they go to the dangerous places? They don't even know. So if we have made progress, people should be ready to admit it.
That's it.
My younger brother, Simon Kolawole, wrote something about how Nigerians
deliberately hate Nigeria.
So
Yeah.
what kind of
Oh,
people are
okay,
these?
yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
read it.
you hate your country, yet some of you are even reluctant to leave.
To leave the country.
Some
They
of
are
the
still
people,
in this
some of
country.
the people boasted that if Tinubu didn't win the election,
They will leave the country, but they are
Nigeria.
still here.
We thought that they would leave here by the next flight.
But they are
After
here.
he won the election, they
are
refused
still
to
here.
leave. They are now giving us bullshit as excuse.
maybe,
Because this country,
No, BKO, maybe aviation.
there is no better place than our country.
Yeah.
Some of the excesses that we see them,
We can't do them over
they can't
there.
try it there.
Can't do it. Can't do it.
Burna Boy kicked somebody the other day. Let him do a show in the UK
And do that.
let him try it.
Was it not a footballer that kicked a cat, ordinary cat? You know what he did to him?
Eric Cantona
Cantona.
was being abused. He was being abused. He targeted, as a former Manchester United
Yeah.
player, he targeted the guy and gave him a kung fu kick.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
was convicted.
And of
He
course,
was responding to abuse.
Abuse.
you remember that the French coach at that time refused to put him in the World Cup team.
Exactly.
Himself and David Girona.
Yes.
Ginola, yeah.
People say, look, you can't get violent against people. Outside of here, the way you get violent
over here.
within our country
Yeah.
and get away. So some of these people, when they boast, they talk down on their country. They say this country is shit, this and that. Yet they don't want to leave this place. They know they know the things they are benefiting.
Yeah, exactly.
Some of them, the easy slush money that they are
Exactly.
making here, they are not going to leave.
So
Asoko,
what we advise Obasanjo is that the NNPC has given him that invitation. Let him take
Disprove them by taking
take
the...
it, just
Yeah.
take the
Yes,
invitation.
take the challenge.
Let him go. If he doesn't want them to fly him there, he can find a way around it and
Yeah.
go there. So we want him to tour the refinery
Yes,
and
and
see
come
the
and tell
progress,
us whether they are not working.
whether they are working or they are not working, and that is it.
It's as simple as that.
In fact,
not
I would love to read another letter from him.
Yes.
Okay.
We need to see a letter on the state of the refineries. Because for some time now, he has not written it.
Exactly, and we are concerned.
I wonder what's going on.
We are concerned.
A chartered letter writer not writing for a long time.
Yeah,
That's
but I remember that Chief Obasanjo has not written to two presidents, namely late Umar Aradua and himself. So we wait for the next letter. Okay.
We need to read Shagari's book and see what Shagari had to say about Obasanjo.
Okay.
It's the same thing we are talking about.
Yeah.
That to him, no one can do it right.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
And that's what I meant
He's
by...
the only one. We describe him as a know-all.
You know, that's why I said earlier on, every cock must crow, but it will be against the natural strain to expect to be the only cock that crows.
The others will join you.
All right, then, let's go to our next story. You know, political theorists are telling us that every single time a political party merges with other parties, an identity is lost. Understand me? And saying anything different from this point is just daydreaming. And so ahead of the 2027